If I were not married, I wouldn't date Western women. I wouldn't.
Like I always say, the definition of a passport bro is a man that's not looking for just a wife. He's looking for a whole new life. Some individuals assume that we're just only looking for women no matter where we go. But real passport bros, no, it's not just about the women. It's all about a whole brand new life.
One of the beautiful things about 2023 is while I'm sitting on my lunch break listening to a panel of high-value brothers respond to another high-value brother who's actually listening to another high-value brother coach another high-value brother on how to be a passport bro. Don't believe me?
For hot sauce, since you're already living overseas, contractors lived overseas, I've lived overseas. I'm transitioning now to be out of the country 6 months out of the year, 6 months here, and then try to move to a 9 month or 3 month. This is actually in line with the conversation or that brothers need to be having for themselves. Like what do they do moving forward?
The channel that you're watching just now is a channel called Machismo TV, one that I implore every sub of mine or anyone that's watching this video to go sub and just give it a listen, because you're going to have an opportunity to hear a variety of black male voices giving a variety of opinions on a variety of subjects in the space. On this particular stream is a very successful gentleman by the name of Hot Sauce explaining to young guys who are passport bros things that they should carry with them when they go overseas.
So when you go abroad, you need to look for societies that absolutely shun single motherhood, right? Because even BGS talks about it, and this is where I disagree, where feminism spread across the world. This is where I disagree, and even people who live in Asia can attest to this. Well, Eastern Asia, not Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia, they'll take your kids too. But when we're talking Eastern Asia, right? We look at Korea, Japan, right? They're not getting married either. But you do not see single mothers. They simply don't get married and they don't get pregnant, because for them, no matter what the economy says or what the environment is, you do not have children without a husband. And when we look at the statistics of foreign women coming to America, right? Only a 20% divorce rate. And a lot of them, unfortunately, come from Latin America, because in Latin America, they have a lot of out of wedlock marriage rate. So women are women to some extent, but women are their culture. So if they were raised 19 years in that culture, no matter where you bring them, they're not going to do that.
This is a very dense stream, and I can't take all of it. So if you have time, maybe exercising or whatnot, I implore anyone watching this video to take time and just listen to the stream while they're exercising. What Hot Sauce is saying here is essentially that single motherhood is something that is bred into or out of a culture. And if you're part of a culture, or you're marrying into a culture that sees this as something to be shunned, then that's something that's going to be ingrained in your wife or your woman that you won't have to deal with as the marriage progresses. But if it's an option in the marriage, in the culture, then it's something that you're going to have to worry about sooner or later. Speaking of the single motherhood issue and the idea of marrying up, it comes to hypergamy, but in a way that we haven't really heard it explained in the West.
When we talk about Western women do not have the right motherly love to their children. Right? And that's the aspect we do not talk about, because we have hypergamy wrong. Hypergamy is putting yourself in the best situation so your kids can prosper. That's why you choose the alpha. What black women do, Western women do, they do something called Buford's Law. What have you done for me lately?
Exactly.
Right, and so when people talk about hypergamy, they do not, because if black women talked about hypergamy, we would have 80-90% marriage rate. I don't care if you get a Japanese woman, a Korean woman, South Korean woman, or a Chinese woman, you bring her here, and you get her pregnant, she is not leaving you. Because, matter of fact, because she can't even get the kids into the right schools.
When you think about some of the most famous men in the black culture, they're all having similar issues. You think of someone like Will Smith, who was as popular as we could imagine a star being, or even Papoose was probably the most brilliant or one of the best 3 brilliant freestylers alive, or even the man who's on 300 television shows at the moment in Steve Harvey, who's giving men advice about love, or even Iron Mike. At the height of his powers, he had the same issues as all of them. He couldn't get Robin Givens to not want to go around and be with Brad Pitt. Am I right? He had the same issues that you saw with other guys like Papoose is having now with the rumors going around with him and Remy Ma. He's having issues with trying to keep her loyal. The same for the issues that are swirling around Steve Harvey and his situation. Why are the issues swirling around someone so famous as him or Will Smith, in that they even with their masculinity can't do what we were told to do, which is hold your frame and you can control your woman. Here you get to hear hot sauce and he's cooking with gas.
It's about leveraging loyalty, okay?
Mhm.
So you as a man, she's meeting you when she's 20, 24, whatever. If she's a loyal woman, that loyalty was established through her training between her mother and father. No matter how much money we earn or how little we earn, or no matter how much we love her or sacrifice for her, that will never institute loyalty to her. Either she's loyal or she's not. Now, the name of the game, again, is about leveraging loyalty. So again, if you're a blue collar guy, can you get a black woman? Yeah, you can, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult, right? Because you have a language barrier. But the more money you make, the more ways you can leverage her loyalty. So, because she's going to be loyal to her mom and dad.
There you go.
If mom and dad is telling her constantly you're a blessing because you hooking those pockets up and you got it because you're at 250, then you're leveraging her loyalty to you through her parents. But if you're a blue collar guy, then you got to be really strict on what she raised by her father. What's the social norms about single parenthood, right? And then on top of that, that's going to come with a language barrier. Again, it's all about leveraging loyalty and understanding you do not make her loyal. Either she got it or she don't, or who she's loyal to, and then leveraging that if you got the money for that.
What I appreciate about this conversation is that it's not a conversation about how do I get the woman. It's a conversation about how do I build a family with the woman. And the conversation centers around the fact that she has to be taught or raised to value family, not to leave, to not see single motherhood as an option for raising a family. And if you find that, that's something that you can build with. Now, the conversation is going to end with a very animated couple of minutes, and I'm not going to play all of it, but I want you to hear it because it's really going to make you want to hear the conversation, one of which they have live on every Sunday night, and I think you should tune in and listen. Check it out.
Yo, we're here every Sunday, Hot Sauce, man. Appreciate you.
Okay,
bro.
yeah, I'll definitely swing by again. Thank you for having me.
Hot sauce.
Yo.
Real quick, you are absolutely correct, sir. God damn it, you hit every nail, every point, crossed every T, and dotted every goddamn I. I swear to God, bro, you got quotables, fam. You're right. You're fucking right, bro.
Loyalty, and we got to understand that all the shit we were taught in the 80s and the 90s, like whether she was loyal to you is your fault. The type of person she is your fault. Nah, man, the type of person she is her mother's fault.
Fact.
Parents know that shit. Right? Your foreman, you cannot, and Roger is my man. Y'all know I'm there like all the time. Roger's my man. But the one thing I disagree with him on is like when you're 18, you're your own person. No. Like at the age of 12, that's who you are. And if your parents did a shitty job, you're gonna be a shitty human being.
Fact.
If your parents did a good job, you're gonna be a good, decent human being. And that's just that, man.
And that is Machismo TV. And that's a conversation of a group of high-value black men having a conversation about how to start a family overseas. This is a conversation that's being had because guys want to have families, not make babies, not be single fathers or make single mothers all around the world. Guys want to raise families. Do yourself a favor, go sub to Machismo TV, follow the channel, watch the stream that I link in this bio, because it's going to give you a wealth of information about not just how to go overseas and get girls, but how to go overseas and pick the woman that you can build a family with. And heck, they even talk about how you can bring her back. That's the kind of conversation that Passport Bros, the ones that are really Passport Bros, should be looking for. Machismo TV, Sports Center of the Space. Go check him out. It's going to do you some good. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, guys.